Hey everyone, this is Gus and welcome to my new video. As I promised before, this video was going to be about Krita 5. Well, this is Krita 5 and I'm doing some sketch tryout kind of proof about this new program. What I like about this new program, well, it's not the program, it's Krita, but this new iteration of Krita, what I really like about this is the UI. It has a very nice and compelling UI. If you compare with the other iterations of Krita, the UI was, it's pretty much a kind of regular one, or something that is not, the best or the big or something nice. But this new UI, let me tell you, is pretty good. What I just like about this is that the brushes right now, they resemble more Photoshop or pretty much Click Studio Paint. But in the other side, in the downside of this is it still have some problems with the pressure. At least I have still some problems with the pressure. Like for example, all the brushes in Krita has like the size instantly correlated to the pressure or the pen pressure. So since I'm using a Wacom, I don't have much of the problem. But probably other users for like a Huion, like a HP pens or Pablo or whatever the other kind of tablets there are in the market, they will have also the same kind of problems and probably even worse. But the best way to make a solution out of this and try to find a solution for this is that I just encountered that you can just go and every single brushes to X preferences. And for example, if you are using brushes to paint, just leave the pen pressure for the mixing and for the colors and all the kind of stuff, and totally take out the pen pressure for the what is this called, the size. Because when you have the size and the pen pressures, it's not like the regular. You are using a brush, I mean like a brush, like a regular square brush, like the brush that you used to do for acrylics or even watercolors. But if you're using a brush that is for mixing, for watercolor and that kind of stuff, it's not much of a good idea to have this pen pressure, because brushes, unless you are just like doing this kind of sumi or doing this kind of like a very line art, they shouldn't have any pen pressure. So my best advice is go to the settings of every single brush that you are gonna use and put it like a save as, or create a new one. Actually, not creating a new one, but you are saving with a new kind of preference or something, and just make the pen pressure only for the mixing, for the colors, and for the painting. I mean, where you need pen pressure, I mean, you need pen pressure for mixing colors, you need pen pressure for applying the brush to make the lines. You don't need pen pressures for the size. So that is the thing that I don't like much about Krita. But just take this in mind, nobody pays the guys for Krita. These are guys that are pretty much, they have a 9 to 5 and they are not working for KDE, which is the developer of Krita. They are not working for those guys, they are just doing their own jobs, and they are like a cooperative. They are doing like a work for free. They are like what is it called, volunteer. They do volunteer work. So for that reason, Krita is still one of the best programs, because these people do a very, very good job. As you can see, well, the handle handleability or how you can manage to do artwork in Krita is pretty much as the way you are used to do this kind of works in, for example, in Click Studio Paint or even in Photoshop. Well, Krita is a very nice alternative, but bear this in mind. Probably you will have to do your own work setting out brushes. If you don't like the idea of setting up brushes and trying to find what is the best physics or the preferences for the same brushes, well, you can always go for the other programs that are, paid. But if you want the free solution, well, that is the downside, and you have to work your way into the program, which is not as difficult. I don't need a degree to go and do a trial and error and try to do something to Krita. And the other thing that I like for this Krita is that the new UI is so nice, and there's still things that they need to be worked in the raw. Like for example, when you try to do the colorizing, which I find it better in the what it is called in Click Studio Paint, but in Krita it's okay. But sometimes like this part, it makes me that it's creating this kind of lines, and you can have to erase it by hand, which is I don't find this annoying or something like that, but I guess probably many people don't like it much. But well, if you are like me and you say, well, I'm gonna make this work because I don't have money to put in Photoshop or just starting over, well, you can just start doing Krita. This artwork that you're gonna see in the next minutes is done totally in Krita. It took me a lot of time. Sessions of 1 hour, probably 2 to 3, and yeah, it took me a lot of time. But if you want to do something good, it won't be something that you do in an hour. So this is gonna be like 26 minutes, but this is gonna be like 26 minutes of high-speed camera. So yeah, this 26 minutes is gonna show you the difference kind of do art in Krita. Also, you will see a spoilers alert in this video. How can I fix some mistakes that I did, and in the same way that I'm doing in the other programs. My verdict about Krita is that it's a very good program. It's a very nice program. It's not because Krita is paying me. I've been using Krita. The downside is it has problem even with Wacom. So if you don't have a Wacom, if you have like an XP Paint, a Julian, or a Artisur, or a Pablo, just bear that in mind that it will be a little, not the learning curve, but I mean the curve that controls your artwork. You're trying to be skillful in Krita. It's gonna be a little slow. If you compare with other programs, they start working, out of the box, like Photoshop, like Click Studio Paint. So if you are like me and like to do a lot of research and you become obsessed and make this thing work because you said this thing is not gonna beat me, I'm gonna beat this thing is not gonna beat me, it's not gonna be otherwise. So yeah, well, probably you will find your way in Krita and will be great, will be cool, will be good enough for you. But just bear that in mind that the Krita, the downside is this is a free program. It's volunteer work, so you will have to work your way in with many things. But the tools that Krita has for us artists is very good. It was an enjoyable experience doing Krita, using Krita for a long time. I haven't been using Krita in a long time because sometimes I have problem with how the flow of the brushes behave. to the brushes, and also if you put like the pen pressure, and you it has like a settings, and you put in the settings for the whole program, it will consider that all these brushes, even the eraser, they have pen pressure, which is annoying. But I guess you can just go and unclick pen pressure in the brushes that you want to use. So far, the flow, the mixing of the brushes is pretty good. I really like it. And I'm much, not proficient, but I'm much used to these guys of Studio Paint. But let me tell you, Krita is a nice alternative. One of these days also I'll do another of these speed paint, so you will see how you can work things out in Krita. And well, I cannot make like a video telling you how to do certain things in Krita because I don't consider myself a Krita expert. I don't even consider myself an expert in digital art. I'm an artist, pretty much a traditional one, and I started my jump to the digital arts like less than 5 years ago. Well, no, probably a little more, like 5 to 7 years ago. So I'm trying to do my best, and sometimes it's because I have so many biases, because I have this information in my head that was done a long time ago, and a time when that wasn't possible. But to be honest, I think the program is very good. I think you should give it a try. And if you are looking to start doing illustrations and you say, well, I don't have money for Photoshop, I don't have enough money, I save for my computer, I save for my tablet, I save for my equipment, but I don't have enough money for the other programs, well, let me tell you, Krita is a nice alternative. One of the things that I like is that if you surpass that, probably when you see the guys that are doing very pretty nice art in Krita, they are probably experts that they've been doing this for a long time. So you have to take that into consideration when you want to do your jobs in Krita, that there is a learning curve. I'm not using Krita the 100% of what they are using, or many of those guys use, but I'm using Krita like a person that just take it out of the box. I have my computer, I have my tablet, and I want to use Krita, and I just download it. So I'm just trying to show you the best way to do it, and I'm just trying to create something out of zero. By the way, you haven't seen the other screen, but I've been using references for the human body, for poses, and for the movement and flow of the figure. So this is Krita, and you can just download it in Krita.org and start, playing with this. I think that it's a very good program, and it's something that you should download. And I think very, very nice art, well done in Krita. So you should try it. And many people are saying, well, I'm just starting out, I don't have the money for Photoshop, those 25 bucks or 60 bucks actually for Click Studio Paint. I can invest in something else, and doing, trying to do some things for my business or for my career. Well, yeah, I totally understand you. I was in that. I'm still are. And yeah, you should download Krita, give it a try, and try to make yourself an expert doing that. Because the best way to do something is doing it. Don't tell yourself that, oh, I'm not that kind of good artist, because there is no such thing as good art. I told you, art is subjective. It's always depending on the eye of the beholder. So the guy that is in front judging your art is not the same guy that is going to be in the next 20 minutes or the next 10 minutes. It's going to be a totally different person with a totally different likes, behavior, and taste, totally different. And probably that person, the one that rejects you, is not going to be the next person that'll see you and will give you a commission. Or I don't like much the word commission. It will give you a project or a job. So well, this is Krita, this is what I'm doing. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Remember, I'm trying to give this kind of art for free to everyone that likes to see it on YouTube. I'm not charging anything. Well, I'm gonna do some work, but not now. But just remember, if you want to help these artists, well, you can buy me a coffee. Go to coffee.com, or you can just go to my PayPal donation button, which is in the top of my cover art in my channel. And please, I will appreciate any help to these artists. And just remember, just think that there is no such thing as the greatest artist or good art. It's just people that was in the right place at the right time. And the opportunities is not depending on luck. You have to do your own opportunities. If you want to be considered a nice or a good illustrator, you have to pay the price. And the price is you have to learn. You have to practice your skills. You have to do a bunch of stuff. Like every single thing in this world, you have to do your homework if you want to be considered a professional. And if you are young and you just started, don't worry, you are in the age that you can just start. People with families, so we are a little more concerned on that, and we tend to panic when we don't have opportunity to bring the rice and the beans to the table. But since you are young and you don't have a problem, you can just start right now. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel and help this channel grows and this community grows. And share all my content all over the internet. I don't care about that. And if you have any questions, just put it in the comments of this video. And I'll see you next week. I'll let you to with this video. And thank you so much. And I hope you subscribe. See ya.